We all know how important it is to take care of our health. Yet, there's so much to do and it can become exhausting. We understand, but there's an aspect to your health that you shouldn't joke with, and that is understanding the benefits of vitamin B12 and why you shouldn't throw it under the carpet. This chemical compound is not produced by the body. Hence, you need to get it from good food or supplements. Meanwhile, why don't you subscribe to FOODellness, the best guide to food and wellness? That way, you can get an instant update on vital posts like this one anytime and anywhere. Now, without having the right amounts of vitamin B12 in the body, it is susceptible. Several kinds of health issues can affect a body without enough vitamin B12, and we are sure that you do not want to risk your health. Healthcare is expensive, and even if you have all the money in the world, it makes your loved ones sad. According to the NIH, about 6% of people suffer from deficiency of B12. That means about 20% have enough or are on the verge of becoming deficient. From this, it is safe to say that not a lot of people suffer from B12 deficiency. Yet, it can bring lots of trouble if deficiency ever happens to a person. So it's better to take care of it now than later. 1. Prevents brain damage and dementia. If you didn't know, a deficiency in B12 person towards developing dementia. Dementia is a disability that involves periodic forgetfulness. Although this affects older people most of the time, we shouldn't mistake it for a normal aging process. Vitamin B12 prevents the loss of neurons. This loss of neurons is the major reason for many of the mental disabilities that affect some people in old age. 2. Improves general well-being. One of the most common functions of vitamin B12 in the body is keeping the cells in the entire body system healthy. This is not to offend moms who don't know, but it is no wonder why moms are always particular about the vitamin. They are cautious about making sure their kids take vitamin B supplements. The knowledge of the need for this vitamin for the nerve cells and the immune system is likely ages old. Whilst keeping the body healthy, its effects are usually visible. You can see this through vibrant skin and hair and healthy nails. 3. Prevents anemia. To produce healthy red blood cells, the body needs B12 in enough quantities. So it's not that the body won't produce red blood cells without B12, but your red blood cells won't be good enough. And here's how. When there's a deficiency of B12, the red blood cells, which should be small and round, change shape. They become oval and somehow larger. This makes it difficult for them to pass through the bone marrow. And that's where the condition of being anemic comes from. Yes, deficiency of vitamin B12 can affect a person and they will become anemic. 4. Prevents birth defects. It is not surprising that medical experts encourage women to up their intake of vitamin B12. This essential mineral has lots of benefits for a mother and her unborn baby. If soon-to-be take their B12 levels seriously, it might lead to a defect in the baby after birth. Some of the common defects that occur are premature babies or miscarriages. According to a study, women with less than 250 milligrams per deciliter of vitamin B12 had a higher chance of giving birth with defects. If it goes any lower, then the chances are even higher. One other study shows that the development of the fetus requires a good amount of B12 from the mother. What makes the need for B12 important is that the body cannot produce the vitamin on its own. It would be safer to have been taking enough quantities of B12 before a baby even comes along. 5. Prevents osteoporosis. Ever heard about osteoporosis? That's the alignments that have got to do with the bones. Here the bones become weak and cannot function well over time. The reason for this is a reduction in the mineral density of the bone. The bone obtains good mineral densities from vitamin B12. The bones are the very important part of a human body. They exert strength on their own and give the body support. Having weak bones makes daily activities become a burden. And that's why you need to make sure that you're not deficient in vitamin B12 in your food or supplements. You can get the most of your B12 supplements from animal produce. And if you're vegan, getting an adequate supplement aside is essential. Some claims suggest that B12 can also encourage performance-enhancing benefits for active individuals. Yet, it is possible that the effect is not evident in a person who has amounts of B12. 6. Controls depression. It is common knowledge that people are more depressed today than ever in the history of the world. Meanwhile, the lack of the vitamin B12 in anybody can also lead to depression. This makes it more important to take caution about your vitamin B12 intake. The vitamin synthesizes serotonin, which regulates your mood, although it is unlikely that the use of B12 will improve your mood in people that are not deficient. It has never been possible to ignore the benefits of vitamin B12 in the body. When it is not in ample quantities, the body cannot function. It takes time to reveal vitamin B12 deficiency in the body. This is because a healthy body stores up to 2,000 times the amount it needs. It is not harmful to supplement the doses that contain amounts greater than the body needs at once.